Now, I was born in 1952, so I was in high school in the mid to late 60s. I graduated high school in 1969. I really liked Joni Mitchell. She started as a folk singer in a way, but her music is very distinctive and she writes great lyrics. She always wrote great lyrics. She sort of morphed into her jazz influence, and but she was just her own thing and she's still alive. She hasn't come out with a record in a while, but she has many, many albums. My favorite was Blue, which was in the early 70s, I think, around 1970 or 71. The song I'm going to do now is probably her biggest hit, which was very early, and it shows how good her lyrics are and the way each verse is the same form, just telling a different. You'll see what I mean. You probably know this already anyway. Um, Later in life, she re-recorded it with a sort of big band orchestra sound, and she had a lower voice because she was older and she did it a little slower. And they used that in the movie Love Actually because Emma Thompson's character, like Joni Mitchell, and her husband, played by Alan Rickman, gave her the CD, and they're playing it when she's unhappy because she realizes that he's having an affair with his secretary. That's a great movie if you've never seen it. Love Actually. It's a Christmas movie in a way, so it's good to watch it. They show it all the time at Christmas. It's from around 2002 to 2003, something like that. Um, but I just mentioned that if you remember that, you probably remember that rendition of this song. But this was covered first by Judy Collins, but also by Frank Sinatra and tons of people. And this arrangement on the piano is pretty simple, but it really stands up. It's great. It's from 1967. Both sides now, words and music by Joni Mitchell. Bows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moon and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. So that's pretty. So if you're not familiar with Joni Mitchell, seriously try to listen to the album Blue, because it's just that's probably the album I listen to most in my life, over and over and over again. It's not very long. The albums weren't that long in that era. It's like 35 minutes the whole album, and it was meant to be two-sided. So there was a sort of form to it where the first side ended with a certain type of song, and the second side started with the one that would be more of a hit or whatever. Now, once they did CDs, that didn't work anymore, because on a CD you just hear the whole thing from beginning to end. You don't know where the first side of an LP would have ended.